Here are some tales of strange creatures and supernatural beings that are best to be read with someone there. If you prefer reading these ghost stories alone, then don't blame us if you see something in your room. This one's called The Cell Phone. My cousin bought a new cell phone a couple months ago. One day her son asked her if he could play with her phone. It was a long day at work, and she didn't want any problems. So she gave him the phone and asked him to just not make any calls or mess with the messages. When it was time for sleep, she saw her son sleeping in her bed with the phone in his hand. She took the phone to inspect, and while checking, she saw some pictures that he took. She deleted the photos one by one and was shocked to see one certain picture. It showed her kid sleeping in the bed, but it was captured by someone else. There was half of a woman's face in the picture. The Rocking Horse. I was sleeping in my bedroom one night. My room's on the top floor of the house, and there's no other rooms, but some storage closets and a play area. While I was under my blanket, I heard a noise. It was my rocking horse rocking on its own. It started moving until it stopped right under the ceiling light near my bed. I got really scared and just buried myself under my blanket and didn't move. When I woke up the next morning, I thought it was all a dream. But my parents scolded me for being up and playing with my toys at midnight. They heard the sound of the rocking horse, so it was not a dream. The following. For 3 months, I lived at my older sister's house, and something happened that I'll never forget. My sister knew there was a ghost near her, and said that the ghost did not like me being there. Strange things were always happening. Before we went to bed, we locked the doors, switched off the lights, and every appliance. But we woke up just to see the back door open, lights on, and the TV on. One day, I was alone in the house after returning from work. I was in the bathroom in front of the mirror, squeezing a pimple on my face. Then I heard a woman scream, "Stop picking your zits!" I thought my sister came back, and I looked everywhere. But there was no one there. I was so scared that I waited on the porch till someone got home. The Photograph. My friend invited me to his house while his parents were out for a party that night. He was by himself in his new house, so we just sat in the living room and just started chatting. I brought a camera with me and took a picture of my friend in his new house. It was just us, but when the picture was developed, there was a third person in the picture. I told my friend, and he said there were strange events happening in that house. The Grandfather. My grandpa told me about something he experienced in our house. One day he was sitting in front of the house and heard his dead wife's voice. She was calling from inside the house. It seemed so real he actually went inside the house to take a look. Suddenly, he heard a loud clash from outside. He saw a cast iron gutter fall on the chair he was sitting on and crushed it. He escaped from a real serious injury, and his dead wife's voice saved his life.